Hello and welcome to Spirit Rising. My name is Shirt Donovan. I'll be your commentator this evening. We've got a great card for you tonight. First up, Junior Division action between Percy Chapman and Griffin Jimmy Davis. And we will take you to the ring shortly for that contest. Thanks again for joining us tonight, folks. I do hope you're doing well. Let's go to the ring now for that Junior Division contest. Griffin Jimmy Davis starting things early with a punch. Percy Chapman answering with a punch of his own. Forearm from Griffin Jimmy Davis. And a shoulder tackle. Early pin attempt. One count. Fast pace so far in this Junior Division contest between Have Mercy Percy Chapman in the brown trunks and Griffin Jimmy Davis there in the pink. Another forearm for Davis and another knee for Percy Chapman. These two trading strikes early on. Irish whip is put on hold by Griffin Jimmy Davis. Corner control now. Reversal, pull through clothesline for Chapman. Small package. Burt Wiggins signaling for the rope break in the opening bout here tonight at Spirit Rising. Two men colliding. Griffin Jimmy Davis calling out as he musters his strength for that big brain buster. And a kick now connecting for Griffin Jimmy Davis. Senton connecting for Griffin Jimmy Davis. The repertoire very deep. And now a spine buster off the Irish whip. The intergalactic GJD on fire so far. Percy Chapman having some trouble getting going. And GJD taking some time to recoup. Chapman quickly back into the ring. What a maneuver from Chapman. No pin. Looking to continue his offense instead. And an elbow from Griffin Jimmy Davis leading to the scoop slam. Big kick again from GJD. Now these two exchanging blows in the center of the ring. And it will be Chapman now looking to turn the tide. A big enziguri connects for Chapman. And a little shake, rattle, and roll from Griffin Jimmy Davis. And again, Percy Chapman on the receiving end of some devastating blows from the intergalactic GJD, and the sleeper converted into a slam there. Now it will be Percy Chapman with an elbow drop leading GJD to the corner. Wow, German suplex throwing GJD right into the corner. Irish whip, the two men collide, GJD coming out on top. Repositioning Percy Chapman, stomps across the chest. Drop toe hold. And a big punch from GJD to the stomach, crumpling Percy Chapman fall to earth, but a rope break signaled by Burt Wiggins. Enziguri is off target. You got to believe Percy Chapman is feeling the effects of the fall to earth, although he was able to get to the ropes in that pinning predicament. GJD in control again. Dragon style slam there. Chapman to the ropes. Big knee connects for Chapman, but Griffin Jimmy Davis up immediately. And another roll through stunner. Big cross body for Percy Chapman now rallying. Could it be Chapman coming out on top after all? And an ill-advised decision off the Irish whip. The two men colliding. GJD back in control. Drop toe hold though now for Chapman. And another drop toe hold for Chapman. Not looking to be put away so easily here in the opening bout at Spirit Rising. Pull through clothesline. Big kick for GJD. What a contest we're seeing here, folks, in the Junior Division. Senton connecting for GJD. Again to the ropes. Another clothesline. Kick again for GJD. He's been on the money with those so far tonight. And this time he sits out with the clothesline. carrying that momentum through. Another brain buster. Percy Chapman is in trouble. To the ropes. And another sit-out clothesline. The power of GJD, but Chapman rallying with a pull-through clothesline. It has been all strikes, and now Chapman with a pinning attempt. It is not enough. GJD kicking out. And Percy Chapman continuing his offense with a forearm, diving from the top rope, body splash. Wiggins in position 2. GJD getting the shoulder up before the 3 count, following the devastating body splash from Percy Chapman. And now GJD to the top rope. Moonsault, saying this is how it's done. Pinning predicament here. And no, Percy Chapman able to escape the moonsault of the intergalactic GJD, and now a brainbuster sending GJD to the outside. And Chapman, here he comes. Chapman with a senton. Tope Atomico over the top rope. And now these two men continuing the fight on the outside in front of the crowd here at Spirit Rising. GJD with a slam, creating separation, allowing himself to get back in. 16, 17. Percy Chapman able to get back in before the timekeeper is able to count him out. And now Chapman looking to regain control, but it will be GJD working the legs now of Chapman. Sits out with the sleeper, slamming him again, but Percy Chapman. Irish whip. Pop-up powerbomb, sits out, center of the ring. This could be it, too. And that's it. Percy Chapman scoring his first victory here in Super Spirit Wrestling over the intergalactic Griffin Jimmy Davis. And what a victory for that young man there. Hard-fought junior division contest here to start us off at Spirit Rising. And I am certainly happy to see Percy Chapman forging ahead here in the junior division. Next up, we have a heavyweight division contest between two men who have been unable to gain success thus far here in Super Spirit Wrestling's heavyweight division. It will be the Example Hitoshi Tobe versus Dead End Dai Fukunaga. Fearsome competitors, Dai Fukunaga a decidedly rougher competitor than Hitoshi Tobe. But however, he will hold up to his name as the Example and look to show you what pro wrestling is all about. Hitoshi Tobe now going toe-to-toe with Dai Fukunaga, perhaps an ill-advised decision, as you see Dai Fukunaga using a forearm to regain control. And now a scythe early. Kim Carrillo's got to get this under control. Dai Fukunaga keeps that small scythe, that sickle, I guess in his trunks, which, you know, if you're asking me, that's a dangerous place to keep anything that sharp. Punch now from Fukunaga. Dragon screw takedown from the Example Hitoshi Tobe. Kick to the back. And a forearm across the jaw. Hitoshi Tobe looking to score a victory here over the fearsome Dead End Dai Fukunaga. Clubbing forearms now from Fukunaga. And another dragon screw takedown, wisely keeping the big man off his feet, so he cannot apply any of the high-impact offense that he is known for. And Tobe still in control. Nice backbreaker there, but another forearm connecting for Fukunaga. Fukunaga capable of sustaining a lot of damage and then returning it tenfold later on. Go to sleep connecting for Hitoshi Tobe. Now a penalty kick right across the chest. Pinning attempt. Dai Fukunaga out at 2. Rake across the eyes. Follows up. I thought we were looking for a back body drop there, but just throwing Hitoshi Tobe. Tobe coming down hard on his back in the center of the ring. But still enough strength to lift the big man up for another go to sleep. This time, any offense is blocked by Dai Fukunaga. Tobe looking to follow up. High angle drop kick connecting. Fukunaga temporarily out on his feet and unable to do anything about it. Suplex attempt is blocked. Fukunaga with a suplex of his own. Fukunaga has him up, and wow, what a slam. The strength of Dai Fukunaga taking a toll on Hitoshi Tobe in this heavyweight contest. And now a small inside package, inside cradle. And now Dai Fukunaga biting the face of his opponent, Hitoshi Tobe. continuing his rough offensive style. We saw the sickle earlier come into play. Now Hitoshi Tobe is bleeding from the forehead. Tria Woe position. Tobe is in trouble. Big headbutt connecting now for Dai Fukunaga and stomps across the stomach. Back body drop for Tobe, looking to regain control and maintain his composure here in this matchup. To the ropes now. PK. Pinning attempt. Almost enough. Dai Fukunaga barely getting the shoulder up before the 3. Big drop kick from Hitoshi Tobe. Textbook drop kick. The high angle coming flush across the chest and face of Dai Fukunaga in one blow. And now a headbutt from Tobe. Clothesline is scouted. Big power slam, but a rope break on the pinning attempt. And now more biting from Dai Fukunaga. Unsatisfied. More biting from Fukunaga. Hitoshi Tobe could be looking at a lot of blood loss, and Kim Carrillo is having difficulty getting this one under control. And now a shoulder breaker from Fukunaga to the ropes. Hitoshi Tobe up, but he's out on his feet. More forearms from Fukunaga, and a kick from Tobe. And boom, the blade kick! Blade kick from Hitoshi Tobe, but no pin. No pin following the blade kick. Questionable strategy from Hitoshi Tobe. Back body drop connecting now. And a big kick flush across the face of Dai Fukunaga. Another kick to the back. Headbutt for Tobe. These two men exchanging blows now. Snap suplex. Fatigue starting to set in this heavyweight contest. Kick to the midsection is enough to put Dai Fukunaga down in one shot. Snap suplex again from Tobe. Maybe looking to put it away quickly here. Has him up. Go to sleep. Connecting again for Tobe. Will he pin this time? No pin again from Hitoshi Tobe. And now we do see one after the PK, but it is a rope break for Dai Fukunaga. Shoulder tackle now for Dai Fukunaga. Hitoshi Tobe's reluctance to pin could be the direct cause of his losing record here in Super Spirit Wrestling, and now he's in trouble too. Almost a 3 count for Dai Fukunaga. And as I was saying, Hitoshi Tobe will maybe need to work more pinning strategies into his repertoire to boost his standing here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Another shoulder breaker for Dai Fukunaga, and Dai to the ropes, but he is slow. Body splash connecting. Tobe in trouble. Rope break for Hitoshi Tobe, says Kim Carrillo. To the ropes. High angle drop kick for Tobe. Make the big man run. Take his energy down, take his oxygen level down. And this time Ushigoroshi connecting for Tobe. Has him up again. Go to sleep. And again, we see no pin. There's a PK. Here's a pin, though. Could he do it? Is this all? It is. Hitoshi Tobe recording his first victory here in Super Spirit Wrestling's heavyweight division over a fearsome competitor in Dead End Dai Fukunaga. Dai Fukunaga will continue his losing ways here in the heavyweight division. Congrats again to Hitoshi Tobe, the example showing why he is here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Next up, folks, Randy Crawford, the in-ring legend of women's wrestling. Randy Crawford so far is 0-3 here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Very surprising to many of her fans. And she will look to record her first victory following Hitoshi Tobe against newcomer Paula Reyes. Paula Reyes has shown to be a very impressive competitor in her own right. And we'll see how she handles the in-ring experience and veteran approach of Randy Crawford. Lenny Spencer on officiating duty for this contest. Slap opening things for Randy Crawford. Crawford in the white and green. Paula Reyes in the more colorful white, pink, and sort of lime green attire. Randy Crawford looking to gain control here early. Hip attack. And now a rear chin lock from the legend Randy Crawford. Paula Reyes, a very tall competitor, a very big competitor. Certainly a lot of advantages in this matchup. But again, as I mentioned, the in-ring experience, the mat sense of Randy Crawford could come into play and score a victory for the legend. Many people are expecting Randy Crawford to eventually end her career here in Super Spirit Wrestling. But according to an interview with her last month, she says she still has a lot to go, a lot left in the tank for these young competitors. And she will look to prove that point here against Paula Reyes. Reyes, of course, a newcomer with a fitness background. Said it was always her dream to become a professional wrestler, and now she is fulfilling her dream here against an absolute icon, Randy Crawford. Here at Spirit Rising, and a big boot. Paula Reyes in control. Another boot for Reyes. When you're that tall, it's not hard to get your leg up to someone's face. And what a maneuver from Paula Reyes, in control of this matchup, but now a drop toe hold for Randy Crawford. Headbutt to Paula Reyes. Suplex from Crawford. And now these two women exchanging forearms. The new school and the old school clashing here. And the new school coming out on top for now. Soulbot leads to the rolling kick. Very impressive from Reyes, but Crawford is right back on target. Submission maneuver now from Crawford. Reyes trying to get to the ropes, unable to get to the ropes, but is able to power out. Another big kick from Reyes. Irish whip. And there it is, the Supernova suplex. Crawford in trouble. And that is it. The newcomer, Paula Reyes, with a devastating maneuver. Unlike anything that Randy Crawford has likely experienced in her career, the Supernova suplex. The innovative offense transitioning into the pinning combination, scoring one for Paula Reyes. And you have to believe, if her dream is to become a successful professional wrestler, that a win over a legend like Randy Crawford is certainly cementing her reasons for being here. Randy Crawford suffering another loss, of course. Very unlike her in her career and her approach before Super Spirit Wrestling. And certainly I hope to see her gain some winning ways here, but for now we will be heading to a short break. When we come back, it will be tag team action between After Image and Deadly Encounter. Stick with us, folks. Excuse me, folks, technical difficulties there. I'm back with you. After Image here in competition against Deadly Encounter. We'll see how the debuting tag team is able to continue their success after an impressive victory against Massive Impact last week. Submission maneuver now here for Kawaguchi. Tag to Matteo Espina. Richie Prince returning to his corner for after image. Kawaguchi to the ropes. Espina to his feet. Two men colliding off the Irish whip and a snap suplex connecting for Kawaguchi. Big chop from Matteo Espina. Super kick from the kneeling position, flush across the face. And now a tag into Nikita Belkov. The Shark in now for Deadly Encounter. Powerbomb counter. And now the big man, Nikita Belkov, certainly the biggest, strongest man in this matchup. Blood in the water. Early blood in the water. Matteo Espina, to his credit, able to kick out of blood in the water, but perhaps too early. Not enough damage sustained to Matteo Espina before the blood in the water, and now these two men exchanging blows. Nikita Belkov now with a rear chin lock in control. Richie Prince running interference for after image, and now a tag is made. Richie Prince looking to continue control for after image, but Nikita Belkov dashing all hopes. Pinning attempt now here though for Richie Prince. Favorable corner. Nikita Belkov able to kick out. Kick is off target for Richie Prince, and now Michio and Richie will exchange blows. Richie Prince runs up the turnbuckle. Beautiful moonsault. Michio Kawaguchi kicking out. And then a step-up enziguri. Very impressive from Kawaguchi to the outside now, perhaps looking for a springboard. Crossbody is scouted from Richie Prince, who goes to the top rope. Frog splash from Richie Prince. Very impressive from these two men in this tag competition. Tag now for both teams. All four men in the ring. Complete shot is off target for Richie Prince. Matteo Espina now in trouble. Pinning attempt here off the Hurricane Rana. Football tackle off the mark, but blood in the water. Favorable position here. To the top rope instead of a pin. Diving elbow drop. Following the blood in the water, and now a pin. Wow, Matteo Espina. Blood in the water again. This would be a huge test for Matteo Espina. Can he kick out? And this time it will be Richie Prince. Very fortunately running interference for after image, and Matteo Espina wisely making a tag to get the fresh man in for his team. Another big slam from Nikita Belkov, who has been firmly in control throughout this matchup. Big clothesline for Belkov into a rear chin lock. To the ropes. Big rolling chop connecting for Richie Prince, and a frog splash. Nikita Belkov out at 2. Kawaguchi unworried. Kawaguchi driver. Not enough to do away Richie Prince, but then an enziguri connecting to the back of his head. And now scouting his prey. Big drop kick connecting, sending Richie Prince across the ring. And now Matteo Espina able to get there for Richie Prince, breaking up the offense of Michio Kawaguchi. But it will be another Kawaguchi driver. Repositioning. Pinning attempt. And it will be the Kawaguchi driver for Deadly Encounter, recording a victory here in this tag team competition. Impressive showing from Kawaguchi and Belkov. After image, with their quick offense, just not able to withstand the guile and strength of Deadly Encounter here at Spirit Rising. Thanks again for joining us, folks. Next up, we have heavyweight division action for you between the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi and the eternal Jeffrey Hudson. This should be a good one. Two fan favorite competitors here that will look to light the ring up in front of this crowd at Spirit Rising. Let's go there now. Hideaki Adachi looking to gain control early. And a knee to the gut. Pinning predicament early here. Jeffrey Hudson able to break away. The strikes of Hideaki Adachi coming into effect early. We'll see several of those throughout this contest. Jeffrey Hudson, although a very young wrestler, employs a very old school style of wrestling in his matches. He will look to land the eternal sleep against Hideaki Adachi's ever-shining knee, which he likes to call Rising Bright. Big kick connecting for Hideaki Adachi. Punch to the gut. Jeffrey Hudson now in control. Pinning attempt here early. Burt Wiggins in position. Only a 1 count for Hudson. Chop across the chest of Adachi. And now a striking combination across the face of Hudson. Pulls through. There's Rising Bright early. Hudson in trouble. Rising Bright connecting very early, but he has to reposition. Could it be enough time for Hudson to kick out? And indeed, Hudson getting a shoulder up at 2 following the devastating pull-through knee. The Rising Bright from Hideaki Adachi. And now another innovative maneuver, but too close to the ropes, signaling Burt Wiggins. Powerful strikes from both men here, but it will be Hudson in control for the moment. Forearm connecting for Adachi. He's coming alive here in front of this crowd at Spirit Rising. Perhaps looking for another Rising Bright. It is scouted with an elbow, pinning now. Adachi out at 1. Submission maneuver now from the ever-shining Hideaki Adachi, and now Jeffrey Hudson breaking away, creating some space. Irish whip, big clothesline for Adachi. Very impressive showing here from fan favorite Hideaki Adachi. Many fans were expecting more success for Adachi in Super Spirit Wrestling, but it just has not been the case thus far. Several fearsome competitors here, of course, in the heavyweight division. What a combination from Adachi, and now the knees. Jeffrey Hudson in trouble. We could be seeing a stoppage. Hudson able to break away. Shoulder tackle now for Jeffrey Hudson. He's had trouble gaining control in this matchup, continuing his offense with a clothesline. Adachi breaking away. Hudson starting to get hip to these strikes, and as soon as I say that, he eats a huge punch from Adachi. He could be in trouble. German suplex, beautiful maneuver, and that is it. Hideaki Adachi with a textbook German suplex, bridging for the pin here against the eternal Jeffrey Hudson. And Hudson was just not able to get going there against Hideaki Adachi. Next up, we will have a junior division contest between Joey Marnell, who is thus far very unhappy with his progress here in Super Spirit Wrestling, losing several times to the likes of Ricky Gilmore. Personally, I think Gilmore is a fantastic competitor, but Marnell does not agree. Marnell has dropped to Spirit Rising to improve his record, and he will have a tough time against Raptor Lima tonight. Raptor Lima, of course, a very impressive competitor in his own right, a fan favorite, the masked luchador from Mexico. We'll see how he does against Joey Marnell here at Spirit Rising. Kim Carrillo on duty for this junior division contest, and Joey Marnell opening things up with a punch to the face. More punches to the face. To the top rope goes Lima. Very impressive moonsault using the springboard to carry through his momentum for more impact, but Joey Marnell able to kick out. And now Marnell in control. Corner offense for Marnell. Drops the elbow over the top of the back of the head of Raptor Lima. Arm breaker now from Lima. Snap suplex from Marnell. And a DDT connecting flush for Raptor Lima, both men to their feet simultaneously. A huge testament to the durability of Joey Marnell. Striking combination now for Marnell into a sleeper hold. Kim Carrillo checking Raptor Lima, who is able to escape. Headlock into a spinning toe hold, very impressive from Raptor Lima. And then a step up enziguri into a mounted super kick, or from the kneeling position there. And Marnell calling out for each one of these punches. And they do prevail over Raptor Lima's kicks to the midsection. Marnell now to the top rope. Elbow drop across the chest of Raptor Lima. Now to the top again, and a body splash pinning attempt here. Raptor Lima able to kick out. Raptor Lima, of course, very impressive from the top rope in his own right, but a super kick now from Marnell. Raptor Lima in trouble, pinning attempt.
1, 2.
Raptor Lima kicking out at 2, getting a shoulder up following the super kick from Marnell. Shake, rattle, and roll now from Marnell. Elbow to the back of Raptor Lima. Marnell very dominant thus far in a jumping pile driver. Sending Raptor Lima to the mat, and another super kick. Raptor Lima, can he get it? He can. He gets a shoulder up before the 3. I thought it was over there, folks. Marnell not looking to lose control, but he will for the moment. A back body drop countering for Raptor Lima. And now Lima to the ropes. Forearm, jumping forearm connecting for Lima, but Marnell very impressive to his feet immediately, but a drop kick is off target. DDT again for Raptor Lima. Great positioning, but he's unable to capitalize as exhaustion sets in for both wrestlers. And then a cutter follows with a shooting star press. Not enough for Raptor Lima. Raptor Lima said that he's looked to add more moves to his repertoire here in 2020, and we have seen it thus far, but another super kick for Marnell. Raptor Lima in trouble. And that's 3 for Joey Marnell over Raptor Lima. A crushing defeat for Raptor Lima. I think many fans expected him to take that one over Joey Marnell, but Marnell, so far, his wish is his command, improving his record here in the junior division at Super Spirit Wrestling. Folks, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, it will be our main event, women's tag team action between TKF and Passion Force. We hope you'll stick with us. We are back and we are ready for our main event. Women's tag team action between TKF, Linda Kruger and Jacqueline Frazier versus Asami Furukawa and Hotaru Matsunaga in Passion Force. TKF unable to score a victory thus far in Super Spirit Wrestling. They will look to change the complexity of their progress here against Passion Force. Main event action here for you folks. Thanks for joining us. Belly to back slam connecting early for Linda Kruger. Kruger and Furukawa starting things off for their respective teams. The women's tag division certainly stirring up here at Super Spirit Wrestling with the debut of new coming team Diamond Deluxe, who we saw defeat TKF last week. Diamond Deluxe will be facing Vuelo de Miedo in a #1 contendership match tomorrow night at Super Spirit Live, and we hope you'll join us for that as well. Transitions here from Linda Kruger, the MMA-style background. Hotaru Matsunaga following up with offense of her own. The chops leading into the corkscrew cannonball very early here for Matsunaga, but Jacqueline Frazier in bad positioning to run interference. Linda Kruger kicking out of her own volition at 2. Hotaru to the top rope. Tackle across the back of Kruger connects. And now these two in a striking contest. Kruger driving Matsunaga further and further to the center of the ring. Matsunaga with a rolling chop and then a headbutt from Kruger, both women down. Kruger making a tag to Jacqueline Frazier. Asami Furukawa now back in for Passion Force. And another exchange of strikes, this time between Frazier and Furukawa. Furukawa coming out on top. Drop kick to the back of Jacqueline Frazier. Striking combination now into La Magistral Cradle, but a rope break, says Lenny Spencer. Fall away slam now for Frazier to the ropes. Asami Furukawa able to rise before Jacqueline Frazier able to get any offense off. Then a beautiful suplex from Frazier. Top rope offense now. And there it is, the right on target from Jacqueline Frazier. Interference from Hotaru Matsunaga, breaking up that pinning predicament. And now Asami Furukawa in control. Jacqueline Frazier fortunately able to get the shoulder up as Linda Kruger was not able to assist. Baseball slide across the face of Frazier. And now Furukawa making a tag to Hotaru. Striking combination from Asami. But then an exploder from Linda Kruger taking care of Furukawa from the moment. Matsunaga now. Pinning predicament. Linda Kruger able to break away. Smart tag team offense so far from Passion Force. They've maintained corner position, and they've made sure that at least one member of TKF is dealt with before any pinning predicaments. But now Uranage for Linda Kruger. Asami Furukawa again helping Passion Force continue in this matchup. Spinning slam for Jacqueline Frazier, taking out Furukawa for the moment, and then a forearm into the corner from Linda Kruger. And a high angle kick connecting for Kruger now, firmly in control. Tag made for TKF. Uranage again for Kruger. Forearm from Frazier. Matsunaga attempting to break away, creating some space with the Irish whip. Furukawa now the legal woman for Passion Force. Elbow was off target. A lot of sloppy offense here as we're seeing the scrambles between these two teams, but now Asami Furukawa with an armbar. Matsunaga stopping Linda Kruger from interfering. Jacqueline Frazier able to break away. The offense has been fast in this matchup, folks. Matsunaga countering the tandem offense of TKF. Sliding forearm connecting, and then Asami Furukawa following with a beautiful baseball slide, but now a small package. Rope break, says Lenny Spencer. Exploder connecting for Jacqueline Frazier, and now Linda Kruger rolling through for an armbar. Lenny Spencer calling for the rope break. Big drop kick connecting for Kruger. And now the kicks and the uppercuts, which will prevail. Big kick from Furukawa, but then Linda Kruger up again, answering with a headbutt. Impressive showing from both teams here in the main event at Spirit Rising. Lenny Spencer has had his hands full so far officiating this contest. Big slam for Matsunaga to the top rope now. Corkscrew cannonball is off target. A miscommunication. Asami Furukawa, a miscommunication. Big. It could have cost Passion Force the entire match there. We'll hope it does not come back to haunt them. This big spear now from Matsunaga. Pinning attempt. Jacqueline Frazier running interference for TKF. And another big exploder for Linda Kruger. Rolling chop for Matsunaga. Another slam. Hotaru in control now, but Linda Kruger able to break away for a tag to Jacqueline Frazier. And now corner control for TKF. Oh no, we could be looking at devastating offense here. Matsunaga in trouble. The power bomb suplex combination of TKF. What a maneuver there. And Matsunaga breaking away for a tag to Asami Furukawa. Spear! Spear from Matsunaga. Setting things up nicely for her partner. Both members of Passion Force running there. I guess in case Jacqueline Frazier dodged Furukawa, Matsunaga would have been there ready with a spear. But now Furukawa in trouble. And she taps out. She taps out. Jacqueline Frazier submitting Asami Furukawa. And that will be the first victory for TKF here in Super Spirit Wrestling. Very impressive showing from TKF. And a hard-fought battle for Passion Force results in a loss. Asami Furukawa tapping out to the Mexican stretch being applied by Jacqueline Frazier in that main event here at Spirit Rising. Folks, I thank you so much for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Please join us again tomorrow night for Super Spirit Live. Same place, same time. Tomorrow night, the men's tag belts are on the line, and our main event, as it will be the Mysticals looking to obtain tag team glory versus the current champions, Andrew Bowes and Virgil Wilcox, Wondrous Bear. We'll see you for that action tomorrow, folks. For now, I'm Shirt Donovan. For everyone here at Super Spirit Wrestling and Twitch.tv, have a good night.